finding.
Okay. Yeah. You see, I respect the facts and findings, but please ask a basic question. Why this report has been lodged in public before Ramdev ji and his people answer, before they rebut all the charges? This is a unilateral exposure. What does it mean? It does not mean providence of justice. It means you are trying to pull their legs. You are trying to settle scores. This is the government.
No.
Is this the governance? Is this the democracy? Is this the dignified way to deal with a people's movement? This you are doing only for last 1 year. What have you been doing for the last 20 years? A government which has lost its credibility, which has no governance, no kind of governance we see in this country. Do you think this government deserves to be believed?
No, one question.
Nobody would believe this government's charges. These are the charges.
So the question is of... The question is of...
by the Income Tax Department. These are the charges put out by the government.
Arnab, if I may say something here.
Yes, Hartosh, please come in.
Look, Arnab, the point being made by Mr. Vaidik is baffling. The very kind of allegations and charges you level against the government. For example, a CAG report, if it is accessed by the media before it is presented before the House, becomes the basis for alleging the government is corrupt. And I see no problem with that. The media has the right to access information. By those very same standards, they have to answer charges against them. I very much buy the point that this government is misusing agencies. It is deliberately choosing its timing. It is going after bodies which are fighting corruption. But these bodies, in order to fight corruption, must be clean themselves. They should not be in the position where such questions can be asked. These investigations do not become baseless because of the timing. They have to answer the charges that they are facing today.
That is something I'm sure Baba Ramdev also is aware of.
Yes.
You see,
I agree with
Dr. Vaidik, my question is this. You see, many people have tried this in the past. What do they say when there are charges? Look at the timing of the charges. Why didn't they say that before? I am being victimized. Defense number 3, are they not corrupt? Defense number 4, my corruption is smaller corruption. 2G corruption is bigger corruption. All this doesn't quite hold in the public perception. People want those who question corruption to have a spotless reputation. A spotless reputation, Dr. Vaidik. That's the point that Hartosh is making.
Yeah, you are right. I agree with you. I agree with you and Hartosh that persons like Baba Ramdev, who have become an icon against corruption, he should be completely clean. And if there are any errors committed by any clerk or any babu or any accountant, Baba Ramdev is going to...
No, you're underplaying it again.
Baba Ramdev is going to take action against it. What he has got to hide? He has got nothing to hide. He doesn't own any property. He is not misusing the property as the people in the government do. He has served the millions of people in India. Crores of people have improved.
So how can he stand in judgment?
He has saved billions of rupees, which even our health ministry could not do. You are not looking at that. You are looking at minor errors here and there. And if you run such a big organization, if you run an organization consisting of millions of bhaktas, there may be some errors here and there. You are not concentrating on the demands made by Baba Ramdev. You are concentrating on Baba Ramdev. This is a bad politics and suicidal politics. I am afraid Congress party is playing a politics which is nothing but harakiri. They are trying to kill themselves politically.
Arnab, it's again, let me go back to the same point. By this argument, the Prime Minister should not be held accountable for anything that has happened in his government. There is some undersecretary sitting somewhere, some inspector sitting somewhere. He doesn't run a government of millions, he runs a government of billions. He should not be answerable for anything. No top official anywhere, no minister should be held accountable. We can always find some lower functionary who will be guilty of some crime and then dismiss him and finished. We are done with corruption in this country.
Well, this report, Hartosh and Dr. Vaidik, and to our viewers, I'd like to add, is a report which has been put out by an audit group, a company. It's given to the CBDT. 1,300 pages. And yes, Dr. Vaidik, you are right. It is detailed down to every 51 rupees that has been donated but not accounted for. Even individuals who have contributed 51 rupees to Baba Ramdev's trust have been accounted for. But Dr. Vaidik, the question is not why they are looking at you with a microscope. The question is, when they looked at you with a microscope, why did they find something, if they have found something? So I think this is going to be a deep question. We'll have to look at it. Don't want to preconceive anything. But clearly there's a fight brewing. There's a fight brewing, Dr.
I
Vaidik.
assure you, Baba Ramdev has nothing to hide.
Yes, yes. Please continue.
Baba Ramdev has nothing to hide. He will rectify any error. He has done nothing immoral. He has done nothing illegal. These are errors, financial errors or technical errors, and they would be removed. And believe me, I personally believe if anything serious, anything criminal, anything immoral is done by Baba Ramdev's trust, a severe punishment should follow. And people should accept that punishment gladly. That will increase his moral authority. That will increase his clout with the people of India.
Which is why I find it...
The government is going down.
Which is why...
You should not worry about the government, and you should not worry about the government.
Which is why I find it incredible tonight that the moment Times Now asked Nitin Gadkari, what do you think about it? He said it's all political. Now that's very interesting. He said it's all political. He hasn't spoken about...
It is political.
He said it's all political. He said it's all political. So I find that interesting there. We're following up the story. It's not a final report. Dr. Vaidik, Hartosh Singhbal, thank you very much.
He himself is a political man.
Of course he is. But then you still describe Baba Ramdev's movement as a socio-cultural movement. But I'm going to debate that with you another time. Dr. Vaidik and Hartosh, thanks for joining me tonight. Thank you.
No, I'm talking